Hello everyone and welcome to Lesson 3 of Speaking and Speech with Kiki. Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk a little bit about posture. At first, I'd like to do a quick review of what we talked about in the previous lesson. As you may remember, we talked about being a teacher, we talked about faking it, and we talked about being warm. When we talk about being warm, what did we mean? That's right, you guessed it. The smile, like fake laughter. Confidence is something that you can pretend to have and people will think you have it, and that's enough. Let's talk a little bit more about being a teacher because that was part of the reading. The good teacher never blames another person for not already knowing something. I know that when I was teaching smaller children, of course, it's frustrating. Their context is not like your context. Why can they use a smartphone but they don't know, simple mathematics? That kind of thing. The next one is a good teacher doesn't get angry. It's true when you're practicing for your public speaking, and if you follow my advice and you choose to teach somebody, you can't get angry at them. You have to find a way to detach yourself from the situation. If you made a video, it's easier to detach yourself because you don't know your students. Good teachers can admit they don't know lots of things. Hey, even when it comes to grammar, there's certain times when I see a sentence, I'm just like, I don't know why it's like that. It makes sense to me as a native, but I'm not sure I can explain it. Let me get back to you. Good teachers pick their moments. If you're talking about something, the moment that it's happening, you're going to be emotional. In relationships, in friendships, partnerships, and between teacher and student, arguing from a moment of crisis is going to be difficult and unclear and not your best option. Knowing that and not doing it, those are two very different things. Good teachers are also good students. Keep learning. That will also make you a good teacher. All right, today we're going to talk about dress for the job you want, because that leads to confidence, postures and standing tall, and the Superman pose. Let's start with dress for the job you want. Dressing for the job you want is different than dressing appropriately. When people talk about dressing for the job you want or dressing for confidence, that's not the same as just appropriate. When you're getting on a stage, you don't want to be uncomfortable. And pull the, push down or pull over. The other point is, if you're wearing your nice clothes and you feel like people will see that and they'll say, oh, he looks good, or she looks good, then you're not worrying about that, and then you're more confident. Remember, it's all about how people perceive you. So dressing more than appropriate, dressing up, is better for public speaking. Will give you confidence. Posture. Everybody knows you should stand up straight. Everybody knows you should sit up straight. Everybody knows, right? Everybody knows that. But what you don't know is what you're actually doing. So that's why one of my suggestions for practicing public speaking is video recording. Video recording will show you where your shoulders are. If your shoulders are like this, and if your head is down, and if you're reading off your paper, then you're doing it wrong. Because this is not what people want to look at. No way. They want to see you. They want your shoulders back. They want you to stand tall, and they want you to be confident. If you are looking to change your posture, and then let's talk about one more, and that is the Superman pose. This is actually my personal favorite because it's kind of like the fake laugh. As you remember, I have a great fake laugh. I'm not gonna do it. I did it last time. Great. Like the fake laugh, it gives you a momentary boost of something you need to boost your confidence. This is before you go into the room where you're going to speak publicly, before you get on stage, before people can see you. You're going to stand with your legs apart, your one arm on your hip, and one arm in the sky. This is like when Superman's about to take off. It's like, da-da-da-da-da. Okay. You're gonna try it. Don't try it now. You don't need it now. Try it before a big event, before you go to meet a bunch of people, when you're feeling a lack of confidence. Bad mood, something bad happened. If you do the pose, the Superman pose, you're gonna feel better for about 10 seconds. 10 seconds is more than nothing. And my last point is going to be about fashion. No, I have nothing to say about fashion because I'm interested in fashion. I don't really know how to talk about fashion. That is, all the names and the details of the fashion world are not as interesting to me as the styles of the Victorians, the big poofy thing here that the queens used to wear, and intricate lacework. Japanese kimonos, I think, are beautiful, and some of the things that we do with fashion that's really strange and unusual, those kinds of things are interesting to me, but Chanel and whoever, brand names, those are less interesting to me. So when people show a great passion for those things, I don't usually know what to say. That being said, there's a reason that people enjoy fashion. There's a reason the fashion world is so wealthy and makes a lot of money. And I want you to think about where you stand, right? I want you to take a position. I want you to tell me your personal feelings, and if your personal feelings are different than the general mood of your countrymen and women, if you could explain that, that would be great. So what I want you to do, I know you're not going to like it, but what I want you to do is write out for yourself 5-6 points that you want to mention. Don't write sentences. Don't stand there and read it to me. I don't want to hear you reading something you wrote. I want you to have 5 or 6 points to hit. I want you to hit those points. So I want you to tell me what you think about fashion. I want you to explain why you think that way. If it's different than the people around you, explain to me why maybe they feel one way about it. Explain to me why your way of thinking is different. And I want you to record it, upload it to a YouTube channel, and on the bottom send me a link. Can you do it? It's a challenge. Just follow my rules. Just try, make mistakes, and keep going. Those are going to get you through a lot of things. See you next time.